Mud swallowed boots like a curse, thick and unrelenting. Shattered helmets lay half-buried, as if the ground itself had tried to consume the memories of those who once wore them. The battlefield stank of blood, smoke, and decay, an unbearable perfume that clung to everything, even the sky. In this haunted stretch of scorched soil, no names mattered anymore. Only the silence after a scream. Only the wind that carried the sound of a last breath farther than any trumpet ever could. It was not just a fight for territory. It was a graveyard in progress. Fathers marched with empty eyes. Teenagers collapsed before their beards could grow. Every trench carved into the earth became less of a fortification and more of a coffin. The rain never stopped. It mixed with blood until red rivers formed, washing over boots, bodies, and broken bayonets. Every morning brought the same nightmare: frozen limbs that wouldn't bend, throats too dry to whisper, and still they fought.
Not for strategy, not for leaders who spoke from warm rooms miles away.
They fought because turning back meant stepping over the bodies of those who couldn't stand anymore. There was a man whose fingers had gone black from frostbite, could no longer fire a rifle, so he crawled through the muck, carrying ammunition for others. No one asked him to. No one thanked him. He simply kept going. His eyes never lifted from the ground. He never smiled. But in his silence he carved a deeper courage than metals could recognize. Near him, a medic stitched a boy's leg together with shaking hands, tears streaming down her face, not from grief, but from the cold. Her gloves had ripped days ago. Her fingers had turned blue. Still she worked, whispering stories from her childhood into the boy's ear as he slipped into unconsciousness. High above the trenches, fighter planes roared like angry gods. But below, men crawled like insects, not toward glory, but toward breath. There was no high ground, no shelter. Just shell holes filled with water and shattered bones. And yet somewhere in that broken world, a violin played. A soldier, half-starved and nearly deaf from the bombardment, sat inside a wrecked chapel and dragged his bow across the strings. The notes were crooked, the rhythm broken, but something about that sound pierced through the smoke. For a moment, the dying listened. And for a moment, the battlefield held its breath. No one commanded that man to play. He had nothing left to fight with, no bullets, no rations, no orders. But he had memory. He had the echo of something beautiful before the war. That sound reminded others of what it meant to be alive, even if just for a single shivering second. Around him, the chapel's stained glass had shattered. Saints and angels lay in colorful shards on the floor, just like the men outside. But the music continued, thin as a whisper. The real story here didn't lie in strategy reports or body counts. It lived in